So hello friend, now we will learn this time data binding basically. So data binding is also a part of Jetpack library, Android Jetpack library. Android has introduced in Jetpack library. So the main features of data binding, basically data binding have variety of features actually. So we will discuss one by one. Okay, no issue. So the very common features of data binding is to eliminate the find view by id. Okay, just like is our view by binding, sorry, view binding, data binding is the same behavior. Okay, but the implementation for removing only the find view by id is little different from the view binding. Okay, so I will show you by real example. Okay, by implementing it. Okay, हम लोग देखेंगे इसको रियल इम्प्लीमेंट करके इसको हम देखेंगे, ठीक है। तो सबसे पहले मैं देखता हूँ कि सबसे पहले मैं बता रहा हूँ कि आपको फाइंड वी बाई आई डी, सॉरी, यदि हमने डेटा बाइंडिंग यूज नहीं किया है तो हमारे पास क्या बेनिफिट आपको होती है, ठीक है। और डेटा बाइंडिंग यूज करके हमारा बेनिफिट क्या होगा। सबसे पहला बेनिफिट आपको ये होगा कि जो आपका कोड का जो परफॉर्मेंस है, एप्लीकेशन का जो परफॉर्मेंस है, वो एप्लीकेशन का परफॉर्मेंस सबसे पहले आपको क्या हो जाएगा, स्मूथ हो जाएगा। सबसे पहला पहला चीज़, ठीक है। तो स्मूथ होना तो बेसिकली नॉट अ मेन बेसिकली रीजन ऑफ यूजिंग द डेटा बाइंडिंग। ओके, सो लेट्स सी, ठीक है। तो सबसे पहले आपको डेटा बाइंडिंग को आपको इनेबल करना पड़ेगा। सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं, आपको एग्जाम्पल, मैं एक एग्जाम्पल लेता हूँ। लेट्स क्रिएट अ फ्रेश एग्जाम्पल। ओके, this example I will show without data binding. Okay, so that you can means you can feel the difference of means how means what basically we are happening, means what happening if we are not going to use data binding. Okay, and what is the benefit basically we are going to get the data binding. Okay, so my demo project is data binding. Okay, data binding demo, data binding demo. Okay, let's use the language Kotlin. Let's finish it. Okay, so for the examination, for the explanation of the data binding, okay, let me show you a means example what I want to basically show you. So basically suppose this is the mobile screen, okay, our application. Okay, so here I will keep one basically one edit text. Okay, here is the basically edit text. Okay, suppose here is the some edit text, it is some edit text. Okay, here I will keep one button. Okay, it is the button, and here is the basically nothing but here is the basically text view I will keep. Okay, so what I will do, I will enter here something. Okay, here suppose something I have entered. Okay, suppose it's Rakesh I have entered. Okay, and press the click button. Okay, press this button. Okay, press this button, press this button. Okay, then a greeting message will be display here. Okay, greeting message will be display like here. Okay, so hello Rakesh. Okay, like this is the our greeting message. So in our for the explanation of this data binding concept, I will use these UI components. Okay, so without getting let just start it. Okay, so currently I am not using, I have not used the data binding library. Okay, so simple basically UI. Okay, so let me create here the basically the edit text, wrap content, match parent, it is wrap content, id basically I'm giving here edit text, uh, input field, hint just I want to show, enter your name, text size 20 sp. Okay, and I want to show in the top of the top. top, it is the parent. Okay, fine. Okay, no issue. And margin also I am giving. Okay, margin from left, suppose it is 10 dp. Margin from right, suppose it is also 10 dp. Okay, text view is here. Okay, let me create one button here. So button is here. Okay, width, wrap content, height also, wrap content, id, button, click. I want to show the displaying text, so click here. Okay, I want to show. And text size 20 sp I have given here. Okay, and next one is what I want to show this button just below of the edit text. So top to bottom of we have to use top to bottom of top to bottom of which id, text input id. I want to show in the middle of the in the middle, in the center, actually center. Okay, so start to start of it is the parent, and end to end of it is also the parent. Okay, fine, good. Okay, now fine. And I want to give some margin from the top. Okay, so margin from top I want to give. So let's see, let's suppose it is 50 dp. Suppose it is 50 dp. Okay, now, and here I want to, here the text view is already available here. Okay, the text view currently basically the, so text view is here basically. So id tv display. Okay, so fine, our UI is ready. Okay, so let's move to our main code. Okay, Java code. So first of all, okay, here basically we are not going to use the basically the data binding. So first of all, what I have to do, we have to initialize the view basically. Okay, so we have to initialize the view basically. We have basically three view. Okay, three basically view basically. So edit text. Okay, so let init var. Okay, it input, it is the edit text. Okay, let init var. Okay, text view it is, so tb display text view basically, and let init var button. Okay, so button ck now. Okay, so basically no, here no semicolon, basically in Kotlin semicolon is not going to support now. So we have basically initially basically created the basically reference variable of the UI basically. Now we have to make a basically initialize the basically this reference variable. Okay, so et input is equals to, how to basically initialize, we have to use findViewById, r.id dot et input, sorry, tv display is equals to findViewById, sorry, findViewById r.id dot tv display, and button click is equals to findViewById r.id dot button click. Now, so basically we have initialized the basically a view basically. Okay, making the object, made the object basically. Now what we have to do basically, we have to basically what I have to do basically, we have one button basically click button. Okay, click button हमारे पास है, तो click button को click करेंगे तो यूजर ने जो भी इंटर किया होगा उसकी उसे वही मैसेज बेसिकली हम टेक्स्ट व्यू में बेसिकली हम दिखाना है. So we have to basically what, click the fire the click event on the basically button basically. So for that purpose button click, okay, dot set on click listener is the method here basically. Okay, set on click listener is the method here basically. Okay, now नेक्स्ट थिंग इज व्हाट, जैसे हमने आपको बटन को क्लिक किया तो यूजर ने जो भी इनपुट किया होगा वो आपको टेक्स्ट व्यू में डिस्प्ले हो जाना चाहिए. दिस इज आवर बेसिकली मीन्स व्हाट मोटो एक्चुअली, ये हमारा दिखाना है, ठीक है। सो टीवी डिस्प्ले ओके डॉट सेट टेक्स्ट ओके। सो टेक्स्ट सेट टेक्स्ट करने के लिए सेट टेक्स्ट इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, इज इक्वल टू कहाँ से लेना है मुझे, बटन से, सॉरी इटी इनपुट से लेना है। सो इटी इनपुट डॉट गेट टेक्स्ट ओके डॉट, इसको स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट कर लो, फाइन, ठीक है। आई थिंक प्रोग्राम को रन करेंगे तो रन होना चाहिए, ठीक है। सो we will see if any challenges came, then we will see it, no issue. Let's see. Okay, fine. Now suppose here I am writing here Rakesh, okay. Now press the button, yeah, good. Oh sorry, I have to write here hello, yeah? So for that, hello, fine, fine. Now let's run again, very quick. Rakesh, ठीक है। So yeah, good, as expected, here is the Rakesh. No, so just I want to give here some text size, sorry, text size 20 sp, and text style I want to give here, so it is the bold, okay, fine. So for better view actually, okay. Now so fine, so this is the basically concept, basically I have implemented using the findViewById, okay. Now our the main purpose is what, main purpose is using the data binding, okay. So first thing, data binding is going to improve our basically application performance, okay, that is the one thing. This is not basically the main reason actually. The main reason is basically what, okay, first this variety of properties, I told you data binding having the varieties of properties actually, variety of behavior actually. So first behavior is what, it is going to improve our code actually, application performance, okay. And next one is what, it is going to eliminate the findViewById, whatever basically we have used here, okay, all these things are going to eliminated by the findViewById, sorry, data binding, okay. So first of all, for that purpose we have to use the basically data binding library. So here is the basically library, this is the basically URL, okay. The URL basically, the URL is basically on the developer.android.com official website of Android, okay. So here basically just I copy it, okay, and I will go to the, sorry, I will go to the build.gradle, okay, module level, build.gradle module level, and just keep edge paste, okay, fine. Sync the project, okay, just wait 2 to 3 minutes, sorry, 2 to 3 seconds, okay, depend on your internet, fine, okay. Now what is going to happen if we have used the basically data binding. So use the data binding concept first of all. So first of all we have to change our XML file, okay. So in XML file on the top of the basically view, okay, so there is a basically layout, okay, tag layout basically we have to use actually, okay. So layout on the top, okay, it is open and it is going to close, fine, okay. Now next thing is what, all these tags, basically the root tag, okay, that will be not available here, this we must have to move inside the layout, okay, okay. Now what the basically code will do this time, okay, when we will use the basically data binding library, okay, so it is going to just, it is going to generate one class, okay, depend on the basically our XML file, okay. suppose the XML file name is what, activity underscore main. Okay, our XML file is activity underscore main, activity underscore main. Okay, so okay, it will what, it will create a basically a class. Okay, Java class. Okay, so that Java class having the same name as the basically XML name. Okay, activity under activity main, or and it is going to use a basically suffix. Okay, add a suffix basically binding at the end of the basically XML file name. Okay, this is basically going to generate our basically the library actually, and this basically generated class is going to contain all the ID related references actually. Okay, so developers has no need to implement that thing. Okay, so first what we have to do, basically we have to make a reference variable of our variable, let init binding activity main binding. Okay now so now no need to use this. This is also not the purpose. Okay, just use the binding concept. How basically we are going to use initialize. So binding is equals to data binding util. Data binding util is a class. Okay, dot set content view. Okay, and this time set content view is going to use two parameter actually. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, let me show you from the starting. Okay, so we are going to use binding is equals to data binding util dot set content view. Okay, this time set content view is going to use two parameter. One is the basically context of the basically class. Okay, so context basically is what, this. Okay, and next one is the basically layout. So layout is basically what, r dot layout name XML. Okay, now the references, all the basically UI references is going to call by using the bind dot id name. Okay, whatever id we have given. For example, here the button id, what id basically given here, button underscore click. So it is going to use button click. Okay, okay, on the place of the basically underscore there is a basically capital letter. Okay, and basically the underscore is going to remove. Okay, here also basically we have to use binding dot tb display. Okay, and here binding dot just remove it, binding dot it input dot get text dot twist. Fine, that's it. See how the simple code. Okay, it was earlier it was lengthy code, but now it is what become too much short, no? So this is one powerful basically behavior. Okay, properties of basically data binding. Our output will be same, just like its previous one. Let me show you. Let me show you. Activity launch. Okay, great. Now suppose here Andy Rubin as expected. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, this is done for the data binding. Okay, one simple concept. Okay, we'll learn lot of related to data binding. Okay, thank you.